Recently, I saw an Apple Music interview with the artist Pharrell Williams. During the interview, he talked about his song Happy, which he wrote as part of the soundtrack for the movie Despicable Me Part 2. He mentioned that he had actually written 9 different songs to be part of the soundtrack for the movie Despicable Me Part 2. Unfortunately, each song was rebuffed, and he ran out of ideas and he was left frustrated. And he asked himself a question: what kind of song can he write for a person who is happy and will not allow anything to get him down? And he responded sarcastically to that rhetorical question, and his response became the song Happy. And as you well know, the song was a huge success. As a matter of fact, it was nominated for an Oscar. It won a Grammy Award for the Best Music Video, and in 2014, it topped the Billboard Hot 100 chart for 10 weeks, and according to Billboard, was the best-selling song for 2014. But I want to take you to the point where he wrote 9 different songs, which were all rebuffed, and eventually it led to the song Happy. What Pharrell went through is a prime example of how rejection can be a catalyst for success. For the past decade plus, I've been trying to help people understand that rejection is not a wall that blocks your path, or rather it's a detour that directs you to God's plan for your life. I'm going to be talking about being rejected for a purpose. This subject matter is loaded with a lot of insights, a lot of nuggets that will be a blessing to you. It's very layered. That's why I put everything in my book, Rejected for a Purpose: How God Uses Rejection to Help You Find and Fulfill Your Destiny. Perhaps you are hearing about this subject matter discussed this way for the first time, or maybe you're someone who is familiar with the premise of rejection. Nevertheless, I don't want you to be lost in the buffet of information that this subject matter presents. And on that note, I want to share 2 things, because in case you get lost in everything I'm going to be sharing about this, you remember these 2 things, okay? The first is that everybody experiences rejection. Everybody experiences rejection. Everybody has been rejected. Some are going through rejection right now, and some will be rejected. Rejection does not discriminate. Rejection doesn't care who you are, where you are, what you have, what your skin tone is, what your ethnicity is, what your class is. Rejection could care less. So I want to encourage you that you're not alone. Rejection is not something that happens to some people. It happens to everybody. Isaiah 53 verse 3 says, referring to Jesus, he was rejected and despised by men. If Jesus, our Savior, the Son of God, the Messiah, God the Son, was rebuffed despite all the remarkably good things he did for humanity, where does that leave you and me? So everybody experiences rejection. Just wanted to let you know you're not alone, okay? Having said that, the other thing that you need to know, perhaps most importantly, is this: being rejected does not necessarily mean something is wrong with you. It usually means something or someone is wrong for you.